What if you could live in a modern city, or a peaceful island, or a cool mountain town, all in one country at a surprisingly low cost? When people think about retiring abroad, they usually talk about places like Thailand or Portugal, but there's one country quietly offering something just as good, if not better. That country is Malaysia. Modern infrastructure, affordable living, excellent healthcare, and a lifestyle that blends comfort with adventure. But here's the catch. Not all places in Malaysia offer the same experience. Some are perfect for city living, some are ideal for beach life, others offer quiet, peaceful environments. So today, we're exploring the best places to live or retire in Malaysia. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you might want to call home. Penang. Penang is actually an island, Pulau Penang, connected to the mainland by 2 bridges. The main city is Georgetown, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Think cobblestone streets, colonial architecture, Chinese shophouses, and street art that makes Instagram weep. But Penang isn't just food. The expat community is mature, organized. There are hiking groups, book clubs, wine societies, charity organizations. The Penang International Expats Association has over 2,000 members. They organize everything from beach cleanups to black tie galas. Healthcare is exceptional. Gleneagles Penang and Island Hospital are both JCI accredited. A cardiac stress test costs $80. An MRI costs $200. In the U.S., $1,200 and $3,000 respectively. The cost of living? A couple can live well on $2,200 a month, comfortably on $2,800, lavishly on $4,000. But Penang has problems. Traffic is horrendous. The island is only 20 miles across, and everyone drives. During rush hour, that 20-minute trip becomes 90 minutes. The infrastructure hasn't kept up with the expat influx. Who Penang is for? Penang is for the retiree who wants the best of everything: culture, food, community, healthcare, reasonable cost, coastal beauty, in a package that does not require significant compromise on any dimension. It is for people who appreciate heritage, history, and the richness of multicultural daily life. It is for food lovers. It is for people who want an active, engaged retirement rather than a quiet beach isolation. It is, by virtually any objective measure, the most complete retirement destination in Malaysia and one of the best in all of Southeast Asia. The one honest challenge: Penang has no public transportation system to speak of outside of a limited bus network. You will need either a car, a motorcycle, or regular Grab hailing rides to get around. For retirees without a driving license or with mobility considerations, this is worth factoring in. Ipoh. This is the one that most people outside Malaysia have never heard of, and that long-term Malaysia expats consistently recommend as their favorite discovery. The pace of life in Ipoh is the first thing everyone notices: slower, quieter, more spacious, more human. After the intensity of KL, or even the busyness of Penang, Ipoh feels like someone turned the volume down by 30% in the best way possible. Ipoh is one of the most affordable cities in Malaysia for a comfortable expat lifestyle. Rent for a good 2-bedroom condominium, $350 to $600 monthly. The expat community in Ipoh is smaller than Penang or KL, but it is growing rapidly, and what it lacks in size, it makes up for in warmth and accessibility. You will not be anonymous in Ipoh. You will be known. And for many retirees, that sense of community recognition, of belonging to a place that knows your name, is exactly what they moved abroad to find. Who Ipoh is for? Ipoh is the ideal choice for the retiree who wants a genuinely relaxed, affordable small city lifestyle without sacrificing good food, good healthcare access, and a welcoming community. It is for people who find Penang a little too busy and KL considerably too intense. It is for retirees who want to be discoverers, people who came to Southeast Asia to find something real rather than something packaged. Ipoh delivers exactly that. And if Ipoh is the city that rewards the curious,
Langkawi is the place that rewards the person who has simply decided they want to live on a beautiful tropical island and is prepared to trade urban convenience for that privilege. Langkawi is an archipelago of 99 islands off Malaysia's northwest coast. The main island is duty-free, which means alcohol is actually affordable. A bottle of gin that costs $35 in KL costs $18 here. That alone makes it popular with expats. The beaches are genuinely stunning. Pantai Chenong is the tourist hub, but venture north and you find empty stretches of sand that rival the Maldives. The interior is rainforest, waterfalls, eagles soaring overhead. But Langkawi is not Penang. The expat community is tiny, maybe 500 serious long-termers. The healthcare is basic. For anything serious, you're flying to Penang or KL. The infrastructure is island infrastructure. Power outages happen, internet is slower, shopping is limited. Langkawi works for a specific type of retiree, the self-sufficient introvert, the person who wants to read on the beach, kayak through mangroves, and not talk to anyone for 3 days. If you need community, culture, or convenience, Langkawi will suffocate you. Also, there's no MMH2 specific advantage here. You apply through the same program, but property selection is limited. Most expats rent. Cost of living? Surprisingly low. A couple can live on $1,800 a month if they avoid the tourist restaurants, but you'll spend more on travel to the mainland. Who Langkawi is for? It is for people who derive deep daily satisfaction from natural beauty, from the sound of the sea, the color of the water, the feel of island time. It is not for people who need the stimulation of a city, the reassurance of a large expat community, or the security of a comprehensive hospital nearby. Know which category you are in before you fall in love with a photograph. Kota Kinabalu. And this is the one that tends to produce the most surprised, delighted reactions from expats who discover it, because it offers something that no city on the peninsula can match: the combination of modern urban convenience and one of the most extraordinary natural environments on the planet. Kota Kinabalu is the capital of Sabah state on the northwest coast of the island of Borneo. Borneo, and I want you to hold that word for a moment, Borneo. One of the last places on Earth where wild orangutans exist in their natural habitat, where pygmy elephants roam, where the Rafflesia, the world's largest flower, blooms in the rainforest, where some of the world's best dive sites sit offshore from the city waterfront, accessible by 20-minute boat ride. Kota Kinabalu sits at an attractive cost level, higher than Ipoh or Kuching, lower than Penang, and significantly lower than KL. A good 2-bedroom condominium, $500 to $900 monthly. Landed housing, $600 to $1,100. Food costs at local restaurants and markets are very reasonable. A full local meal at $1 to $3. The seafood here, fresh, abundant, and diverse, is extraordinary and relatively cheap compared to anywhere in the Western world. Who KK is for? KK is for the adventurous retiree. The person who wants to wake up to a view of Mount Kinabalu, spend a morning in a wildlife sanctuary, take a boat to an island in the afternoon, and eat fresh seafood in the evening. It is for retirees who are still physically active and for whom the access to extraordinary natural environments is a daily quality of life necessity rather than an occasional treat. It is one of the most underrated retirement destinations in all of Southeast Asia. Kuching. And I want to say something about Kuching that I have heard consistently from every long-term expat resident I have ever spoken to about this city. It is the place that feels most like home fastest. Kuching is one of the most affordable cities in Malaysia for comfortable expat living. Rent for a good 2-bedroom, $350 to $650 monthly. Food, a blend of Chinese, Malay, and Iban indigenous culinary traditions unique to Sarawak, is excellent and very cheap. Comfortable monthly budget for a couple, $1,100 to $1,600. The expat community in Kuching is small but genuine, and Kuching has a specific advantage that deserves mention. The Sarawak state government has maintained a more accessible version of the MMH2 program than the national government, making long-term residency in Kuching somewhat easier to obtain than in peninsular states. For retirees on a tighter budget or with less complex financial arrangements, this is a meaningful, practical consideration. Who Kuching is for? It is for retirees who want the genuinely warm, affordable, culturally rich small city without the intensity of KL or the busyness of Penang. It is for people who value community, character, and natural beauty over urban scale. It is one of the most pleasant surprises in all of Malaysia, and the city that most often produces the response, "I had no idea this existed."